Okay, in this video, as we prepare for exploring the fundamental theorem of calculus, we have to introduce a new function that we're going to call the area accumulation function. And this function, I'm going to name it capital F of x. And this function accumulates area, just like its name tells us, from a to some value x. So a few things to notice about how I've written this function. One is that my independent variable is x, and that independent variable appears in the upper limit of integration. Here a is a fixed constant, and we're integrating a continuous function lowercase f of t. So this accumulates area from a to x along our t-axis. And the thing that we're changing, the independent variable, is x. So let me show you an applet to make sense of this function. So below we have an application from GeoGebra that on the left side gives us this function f of t is this straight line. So our function f of t is just this line. Notice that this is our t-axis and our area accumulation function is going to accumulate area between the function and the x-axis from a to x. And what we can do is we can vary x. So for example, I can move x around, and the function value would be whatever this area is between a and x, and then if I move x over here, the function value would be the area between a and that x, and so on. So on the right side, we're going to trace out what this area function looks like. For example, at the point that we have, the red point that we have on the right side tells us the area that we have accumulated here, the value of that area. In this case, when x is about 1.3, the area accumulated here is being measured, maybe that's about a 0.4, something like that. That y value of this point tells us the area between the linear function and the t-axis. So once again, I'm going to start to move our x about. And on the right side, you're seeing the area being accumulated. It should be continuous. It's just that the applet has a few glitches. And then when I go to the left, you see accumulation of area. So notice that if I put x directly above a, my point on the graph here is at 0. Because when we integrate from a to a, we get no area. If I continue to move this point, and maybe I have an equal amount on the other side of area, then we get another 0, because the area to the right of 0, from 0 to a, equals to the area to the left from 0 to negative a, but one area is negative, one area is positive, or one value of the integral is negative, one is positive, so we get an accumulation of 0. And so this is how this accumulation function works. As I move x, we accumulate area, and you see a little dot moving on the right, which just tells us the area accumulated under the linear function. If I move a, then let's say that I move a over here, and I now accumulate area. All that this has done is it has shifted my area function graph lower. And if I move a little further up, then, I guess I've also shifted it lower here. So moving a shifts the graph. That's all that it does. The shape is exactly the same. Okay, so we are going to be thinking about the fundamental theorem of calculus, which is going to tell us something about the rate of change of this accumulation function. So notice that these are all parabolas, and I just want to leave you with the idea of what is the derivative of, let's say, y equals x squared. Think about that, because we're going to discover something about the rate of change of this area accumulation function in the first part of the fundamental theorem of calculus.